What is happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're diving back into the Shorts Variety Pack Holiday Battle Plan Variety Pack. This is 3 of 4 that I've reviewed at this point in time, and this one's a little bit different. Not a lager, not an IPA. It's rather a cool cocoa and marshmallow double chocolate stout. I had to look it up online. It's clocked in at 7.7% ABV, so not a tiny beer by any means, but I had to look it up to find it once again. So Shorts was not listing the ABV on any of these cans in the pack, just for your heads up. This is still cold. I kind of wish it would warm up, but I didn't think about it. I left it in the fridge by accident, and I only have a little bit of time to review, so I'm going to go ahead and review this pretty cold here, guys. Packaged on 10/14/24, and today is the 9th of November again. So this is 3 out of 4 that I've reviewed. It's called Junk and Rubbish, and shout out to Home Alone, because that's what this whole pack is based around, is Home Alone. So we're gonna get this into a glass and see what we're working with, and I'm kind of looking forward to this one. It's cold outside. It's not too cold, but it's like 50 degrees. I kind of want to enjoy a darker beer with a little bit more grit to it, guys. Not just IPAs, not just lagers. Let's go dark beer. So it looks pretty. I'm gonna leave a little bit in the glass. It's dark. It's very dark as I poured it. It looks exactly like it should, being a double chocolate stout. It wasn't the thickest beer I've ever seen, but yet again, it's not barrel aged. It's not like an imperial stout by any means, but it looks good. No real big head retention. It has a little outer ring of dark beige, but other than that, guys, it's just a little bit of cola oil in the glass. So let's get an aroma. You know, it doesn't smell very sweet. There's a little bit of vanilla presence, but there's a little bit of coffee as well. I get a bit of coffee in here. I get a little bit of super dark chocolate as well. But it's roasty. Wow, is that roasty? Almost giving me like Expedition Stout vibes from Bell's. Like a porter from Bell's as well. It smells like a freaking porter. I mean, it's got molasses. It's dark, charred, roasted malts. Maybe a hint smoky, but the vanilla is very faint. And I'll give it a little bit of milk chocolate, maybe a little bit of baker's chocolate, but it is darkness, like 85%, 80% dark chocolate. And the rest is roast, man. It's roasty as can be. Again, I kind of wish this would warm up, and I'll probably get more notes as I let this continue to warm up. But guys, it's on the fly. It is what it is. This is the time I have. So Junk and Rubbish. Let's get into it. Cheers, cheers, Shorts and Imperial Beverage. Pretty smooth. So it's roasty for sure, but yeah, there is like a vanilla smoothing agent in this, but it's dark, it's roasty, it's bitter. There's bitter dark chocolate, there's bitter French roast coffee on this. It is so roasty and dry. I get a little bit of like s'mores in here, just that little touch. The dark chocolate, it's not milk chocolate, man. It's freaking dark, bitter chocolate, dried out of your mouth like crazy. The roast is there. It's not smoky or anything. It's not like it's campfire, but it's giving me the vanilla marshmallow with just dark chocolate, and then just roast for days with just a drizzle of coffee over the top. It is so dark and roasty, guys. It is so dry and bitter. I would ideally like a little bit more vanilla. I'd ideally like a little bit more chocolate. But I can see it says cool cocoa too, so cocoa powder, cocoa dust in the mix. I think so. It's adding to that bitterness, a little bit of that chalky kind of like roastiness. Nice body to the beer. And as I kind of, inhale it, give it a little chew, I get a little bit more cocoa powder, get a little bit more baker's chocolate. It is chocolatey. It's just so roasty and bitter on the back end that it kind of outweighs any vanilla marshmallow kind of thing you're looking for. It kind of outweighs any sweetness that you're looking for, maybe coming from the marshmallow, maybe coming from some sort of chocolate. But guys, it's without a doubt, there's darkness in here, there's bitterness in here, there's dark roasty coffee notes, and it's super dry on the back end. That's how I can put this beer straight up. So when I really look for it, I'm getting like cocoa powder. It's there, it's buried underneath, but you have to kind of inhale and you get that dryness, that kind of like baker's chocolate. You get a little bit of, if there's any sweetness, I guess we can attribute it to the marshmallow, but it's very subtle. It is smooth, but it's way more roasty and dry and bitter than it is smooth and easygoing. But this is a tasty beer, I will say. It's kind of fun. It's different from Shorts, and the more I drink it, there's not really that much alcohol warming. I know it's cold, but it is very light. And again, I get like cocoa powder on the back end along with dark chocolate bitterness. This is a fun beer, but boy, your palate kind of has to relax for a second and adjust to it. Would like to see a little bit more marshmallow. I can see it though. I can see it kind of being a factor in here. It's the last on the list, but again, the cocoa is probably the most dominant, and then dark chocolate, a little bit of roast, just follows by more bittering and more slight campfire feel without the smokiness, if that makes any sense. So it's a great beer at the end of the day. I just don't know what everyone's going to look for when they see this label. They're going to probably think it's going to be sweeter, but it is Shorts Brewing Company, guys. They don't make sweet beers typically. But this is nonetheless a fun beer to drink and kind of sit back on a cold day and enjoy. So where do I put this? Tons of cocoa now that I think about it. Tons. A little bit of Hershey syrup in there as well. It's different. It's different. It's fun. 3.98 out of 5. That's where I'm sticking with this one, guys. It's been the Junk and Rubbish from Shorts. Thank you so much for being here. If you're going to pour a beer, pour Michigan beer.